Kia ora.
G'day.
Welcome to Cup of Tea and a Yarn. I'm Jill and I can be found on Instagram and Ravelry as Tea and a Yarn.
And I'm Kylie. I can be found in those places too as Crafty Mama with a K and a U.
Cool. We were just saying before about how nice it is to hang out in real life.
Yeah.
Because the last couple of times Auckland's been in the level 2, which meant we would have had to have been a metre away, and it would have been,
Well, this is 1.5 metres.
so we wouldn't have actually have fitted.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the stuff that I was coming to Auckland for was cancelled as well. So this is good though, because I get to come up for work and hang out.
Yeah,
on the way up.
it is really nice.
Yeah.
I was talking to some ladies at our cafe knitting group about how nice it's been to hang out, and even like it's like we have a Zoom call and then we just post it, you know, and it's been really nice to have an excuse to catch up and keep in touch.
It is, really nice. I miss all of that stuff. I miss you guys in Auckland.
Yeah.
We
miss you too.
Do some Mondays, I think.
Yeah.
Soon. Yeah.
That'd be nice.
So I can come to the spinning and stuff.
Yep.
And weekends for cafe knitting.
Well, we're alternating between Saturdays and Sundays now. So
cool.
that's just something different that we're doing.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, just so that we can be more inclusive.
Yeah.
So that's something we're trying to really be quite inclusive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's important. Nice. Well, I have like finished loads of things.
So clever and prolific.
But you know, not as fancy as your one, which are very fancy.
Yeah, so pretty much all I've worked on since we last met is a pair of socks for the Sock Madness.
But socks with beading.
And smocking.
And smocking.
And it's 100%, it's all charted.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the whole thing was charted. And it was, every row patterns. Patterns every row, yeah.
My ones that I finished did have row by row patterns, but it was the same pattern.
Oh, okay. Oh, look, it was a 32, most of it was a 32. I should just show you, like.
Sorry, it's like.
No, that's okay. They're right here. I'll grab them out because, you know, we're chatting about them and everyone at home's thinking, what the hell are they talking about? So. They're
quite amazing.
So it's actually a 32 row repeat. It's got beading. I'll give you that one. And
the beads
it's got beads in the middle of the flowers.
Yeah.
And
I like this bit.
Yeah, that's a it's a very simple thing where it's over 3 stitches, and every sort of 4th row you put the 3rd stitch over the first 2 stitches, so you pull it over, so that gives that bit, and then you do knit, yarn over, knit. So you knit the first stitch, do a yarn over, knit, and then in the next row you just keep going. It's really, really simple and really effective, and it's up the middle as well.
It's really effective. It's nice yarn.
Yeah, well this is an American yarn. It's here. I have a shocking memory. Primrose Yarn Company. There goes a needle. Primrose Yarn Company. And they're from America, and the colorway is Glow Bowling, and it's just an 80/20 superwash merino.
It feels really soft.
Yeah, it is really soft. I did really enjoy working with this yarn. It's the only skein of Primrose I have, but I have 30 grams left, so I was thinking this has my daughter written all over it, these colors, so I might do some little socks for her, but she's past the 30 gram stage, so I'll probably have to do, maybe I'll do like a solid purple for the heels and toes. But yes, so this was something I've knitted for the annual Sock Madness group on Ravelry. The way the group works is every year what do they do? So there's a qualifying round. Oh, there's 3 warm-up rounds too. So there's 3 free patterns for anyone who's signed up. And actually you probably don't even need to have signed up. You could probably just go on the thing and grab them. But anyway, 3 warm-up rounds, and then there's a qualifying round. And the qualifying round, you must finish this pair of socks, and there's very specific guidelines as to what you have to do. So like, you couldn't just say, oh, I don't like the beads, I'm not going to bead them.
Oh, okay.
You had to include the beading.
Okay.
And you couldn't say, oh, I'm going to make them a shorty sock instead of a large, what the standard size. It was like a minimum length, so you could make it longer. But no, there was like minimum requirements, and minimum foot length was 9 inches.
So quite serious.
This is very serious, yeah. And then I had to post 4 different particular pictures. So like one like this to show that I've done both, and one like this to show that I've done both, and that they can count the beads, and then like one of the back of the heel, and another one of me actually knitting on it. And yeah, it's quite serious. And so this is the first year I qualified. So what happens next is it's a knockout. So it's just like progressively we go through different patterns, and I assume it's a 2-week thing every time. Maybe it gets less.
It's a knockout.
Yeah, I do wonder if it gets like 24 hours less every round. That would actually make sense to me. So I might not last long in the competition, but you know.
To have qualified?
I've qualified. It's the first time I've qualified. It's about the 4th year, 3rd or 4th year that I've actually tried to qualify.
I think they're amazing.
They are amazing. And the other pairs that I've made for it were amazing as well. So
I can't believe that you put beads on socks.
I know, I've never done that before.
and why would you really? You
well,
know, normally.
Normally, yeah. And I actually, like, someone commented, oh, putting beads on the foot part. I misread the pattern, and the minimum requirements, and I thought that it had to be beaded all the way, but we were actually allowed to not put the beads on the feet. So we could have actually stopped at, I think you didn't have to put them on the gusset either.
Right.
So we'll see, but I mean, I was just like, whatever.
In the groove.
In the groove. And and they're fraternal as well, so they're opposite, so that they, see how they're like the same but opposite. So you've got this flower here and here and here and here, whereas if I'd knit them the same, that would be so that was another requirement. But anyway, they're done, they're beautiful.
They are beautiful.
And now I just have to wait for the next one to come out
and find the right shoes to wear them with.
Yeah, you know, for years I've talked about getting some, do you remember jelly shoes?
Yes.
From the 90s?
Yeah. I've got some.
Do you have some?
I got some. They had NZ Sale had jelly shoes on them. So I got some sandals. So they're not proper jelly shoes, but they're made by the jelly shoes people.
I have this lifelong dream of getting some clear jellies to wear socks just like this.
Yeah.
But
a very cool shop called is it? They're in Melbourne, I know.
Oh.
We don't have them here.
Oh.
Melissa. She makes, maybe Brazilian or something, but she makes like kind of similar like to jelly shoes.
Yeah. So if anyone who doesn't know what a jelly shoe is, it's made out of this awful plastic material that you actually sweat in. It's really, they were really awful. I remember having them in about 4 different colours as a kid, like as a sort of preteen. I had, the best ones were clear with silver glitter.
Nice.
It was like the standard thing. Everyone had clear silver
never
glitter.
had them.
I really loved them. But yeah, they were awful to wear. So you weren't missing out. You'd get like strap marks and just sandals, but made out of really fat, awful plastic. And you've got a pair. Do you want to borrow my blockers?
No, that's all right. I've got my hand.
Oh, you've got a hand blocker. Show me your socks. These are so glittery.
Yeah, so these are the ones I was working on. What did I write it down? Got my bit of paper.
Is that like socks on a plane or something?
No, it's the Secret Sock Society.
Oh, the Secret Sock Society.
Yeah, so this is number 1, and it's called Curling Mist Socks. It doesn't actually curl, but there we go.
They are so pretty.
And by hand, not Secret Sock. It's a Secret Sock by the Handmade Sock Society. Yeah, it's Australian. Yeah, funny heel there, but the heel is a ribbed heel, which
nice.
I hadn't done before. And then they had these There's supposed to be cables,
They're
and
faux
I
cables.
didn't cable them.
Oh,
Like
you don't need to.
the pattern said to cable them, and it said to do what you did with yours, you know, like opposites,
Yeah.
so that they match. I didn't do that either.
Yeah, that's the thing when you're doing the faux cables, you tend to only do it one way.
Well,
It's more difficult.
I think it was quite a lot to do that.
Yeah.
That's quite a lot for me. And it was a heel flap and gusset, which I believe this is about my third or fourth one like that.
Yep.
So I'm quite impressed by that.
Mm.
As I write a little blog on the website and write about what I do sometimes. And I did a thing about the heels, and someone commented that they like the heel flap and gusset for fit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't really look at fit at the moment. I'm more about where are the holes. So I'm not as experienced.
My go-to heel is the fish lips kiss heel.
Oh yes.
Which
I haven't
is
done that one.
I've actually got one here. Here's one I prepared earlier. That's a fish lips kiss heel. That's because I haven't put these away yet.
Got a hole in it already.
So that's the fish lips kiss heel. So you can see why it's called the fish lips kiss heel, because it kind of sucks in, does the fish lips thing. And I just find they really hug. And it's $1, that pattern on Ravelry.
Yeah, I have bought it.
Oh, there you go.
But there's lots of maths.
Yeah,
And you have to like draw round things.
Yeah, and
I
I think she's probably done herself a disservice with the pattern in the way that it's probably quite intimidating for people with, it's like a 18-page pattern or something for just for the heel.
Yeah.
But once you get your head around it, it is quite good.
That's why I haven't done it.
Yeah.
So
I get that.
Right. A hole in the toe, I just noticed. That's easy to fix.
Oh, you've got,
and I dropped a stitch.
Is
Trying
that
to fix
this one you've done? Have you missed a stitch in your kitchenery? Is that what you're doing?
Well, I didn't.
Do you know what? That you can just
do.
Oh, okay. You can just duplicate stitch that.
I did 3 needle bind off.
Oh yeah.
Because I know you spent a lot of time, and I videoed it doing the kitchen
That's
at
all
that.
right.
I'm
It's
not
not for
very good
everyone.
at it.
Do you know what? I'm going to grab that. Where's your other one? Just so that you don't lose these. I'm going to put that through these as well.
Oh,
You've
I've got
got
some
2
more
live ones. Oh, do you? Oh,
Yeah.
awesome.
I always have stitch markers.
Oh, you've got to. Yeah, you'll be able to just duplicate stitch over
I
that.
don't think I haven't wound in all of my things
Oh,
yet.
perfect.
So.
Don't even need to. I used to have like magnifying eyes for up close, so I have this natural reaction where I do this because that was my default. But I had surgery last year, and it means that I have amazing eyes for seeing in the distance, but I actually use glasses now for my computer work. So that sort of thing, I really should put my glasses on.
Yeah, mine are in the car.
Yeah, there you go.
Cool, thanks.
They're not completely, you'll have to fix that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks for that.
That's all right. Don't want to lose your stitches.
Anyway, so they're almost finished.
I call that finished.
Oh yeah, they're
I'm
like
calling that
99.9% finished. I mean, they're wearable.
Have you worn them?
Not yet, no. No, I haven't washed them yet.
Do you always wash before you wear?
Yes.
I don't.
I don't know why.
Not always. It depends on whether it's good washing weather or not.
Yeah. I think it depends how it feels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Things really soften up when you wash them
and this
too.
is kind of the sparkly yarn. It's kind of
It's a bit abrasive, isn't it? I knit a pair of socks out of that last year, and they were a gift, and I did wash them before I gave them, just for that reason. It was a bit harsh. Did you find it a bit abrasive on your hands knitting with it? No,
it's fine.
I can't really remember.
That's good. This is my number 2 finished.
Oh, what are you working on?
No, this is I'm still finishing. I'm still doing finished. Hang on.
Okay, all right.
This is also finished.
That's cool.
This is the Simon Cowell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Simon Cowell, I love it.
So this one I think I showed when I first started, and then never again because I went to work.
Yeah.
So this has been in my meetings kind of thing. And this is a free pattern by,
It's really cool.
let's see, Melody Johnson.
Do you know what it matches? What you're wearing?
Kind of does, doesn't it?
Like it's one of those, it contrasts enough that,
Yeah.
but it's got the same colours in it, the greens.
I don't know. So there you go. It's a, oh no, I thought that was a drop stitch, but no, it's just
a marker.
Just a marker. So I haven't tidied anything up here, so there's still stuff to do.
I'd wear it like that.
I did a...
I'm a really lazy finisher.
I don't mind finishing. I don't mind doing the sewing in.
Yeah.
I did a 3 needle bind off on this one, and it had a crochet starter.
Ah,
yeah,
a provisional cast on.
That's the one.
Yep.
Yeah, so crochet. Oh well, is that where you like a crochet chain and then you pick up? Yeah. So I had one of those.
And you just pull it out at the end and pick up the live stitches.
Yeah. So this
provisional.
one has got it's kind of goes. So it's like
It's got the short
stripes,
rows.
and it's got short rows every so often. She says to do them about 20 stitches long, and I alternated, and I did some 20 and some 30. Yeah, so that it was a bit more, I don't know, just a bit different. So this one I think does need a bit of a block, because then it would just sit out a bit more. And a bit more, yeah.
It depends on how you want it to fit though. I would be tempted to leave it like that, because the way you had it, how it was kind of bunched, was quite cool. But if you wanted it to be more like a dicky, then you need to block it.
It's a dicky.
A dicky is a dicky. A dicky. A dicky is a fake skivvy. Do you know what a skivvy is?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. So a skivvy is a shirt with the neck. So a dicky is literally just the neck part and a bit that you tuck underneath your shirt to make it look like you're wearing a skivvy. It's the dumbest thing ever.
Right. It's just like a cowl.
But it's like a cowl that you tuck in. It's a man thing though. And I'm sorry, no offense to anyone who likes dickies, but it's not my jam. In my opinion. And you know The Big Bang Theory? Do you watch The Big Bang Theory?
No.
Okay, one of the really nerdy, that doesn't actually narrow it down if I say one of the really nerdy guys. Howard wears dickies. And
so it's just a pretend...
It's a pretend neck.
Okay.
Like instead of wearing a scarf or a cowl over the top, you tuck it in.
I guess we have a lot of clothes, like women, I mean, have a lot of clothes like that. And I remember in the 80s having like shirts with half a waistcoat on.
Oh,
so they were just from here, and then there was a waistcoat on the front, but not on the back.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those things that I don't get.
Yeah. You get jerseys as well with like collars and and you know these and like it looks like you've got a shirt underneath. Like in the 90s, going back to the 90s today, this will be the 90s episode. In the 90s, you'd get the t-shirts, the short with the t-shirts on top and then the long sleeve shirts underneath, but it was literally just a shirt, a sleeve. Yeah, like that. So it's the same kind of thing.
But it'd be like the dicky equivalent would be having just sleeves and then you put a shirt over the top.
Yeah.
I guess we wear gloves.
That's right. And you can do long gloves.
You can.
Which become sleeves.
You can.
Yeah.
Or stockings.
Leg warmers without feet. Okay.
We're off topic.
I finished my jersey.
It's so great.
I love my jersey.
So great.
I'll see if I can...
It's really soft.
Yeah, I haven't washed this one either. But it's some of it won't be so soft because it's different types of sock yarn.
Often when I see crochet like this, I expect it to be...
A blanket?
No, well that too. But I expect it to be like really harsh, acrylic-y, 80s acrylic. Yes. Crunchy. And so that's why I was like, oh, it's soft, you know.
So I did my magic balls. Let's see if I can put, but I've got rings on and they'll catch. So I did my magic balls. I did my what do you call that, raglan thing.
So magic ball is where you get all your ends and you tie them together with a magic knot. Did you use a magic knot? Or just use a magic knot, which Google it. Or I think there's actually a tutorial on under a pattern on Ravelry. But anyway, you you get all your ends and you just make a ball. You just keep winding it with all your ends, and it makes a fabulous random ball of yarn.
There was the increasing here for raglan, which then I just stopped, which I think it was that last time I saw you. Yeah. And then I just went down.
Yep.
Yeah. Did the arms, I just went straight down.
Hold these arms up, look at this.
Look this.
So cool.
So I didn't do any shaping at all on the arms.
I love, that's my favourite part about it.
Yeah. And then I knit all the ribbing here and here, a little shorty. I can't really see, but I like the back and how it sits. Because it kind of poofs a bit. I really like the sleeves.
Yeah.
It doesn't look so good with my dress at the moment, but
yeah.
I really
and you didn't do...
I just crocheted.
Oh, you crocheted. I was like, what stitch is that?
Yeah, so I just sort of crochet around the top rather than ribbing. So I used the same wool yarn for all of those bits for my
But it's like a gradient.
Yeah, it was a
shopper
ball. Yeah. It was our ball, I think.
Yeah. Nice. It's really cool.
It's quite warm.
Do you know what? This is actually quite on trend. Have you seen the latest Pom-Pom magazine?
No, I haven't yet.
It's all about crochet. It's like all designs inspired by like the granny square.
Ah, cool.
Yeah. So this is like screams that to me. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to be on trend.
You are very on trend. Yeah.
So I tried to mix up the colours so there weren't, big blobs of it around, but some of them are a bit more than others.
And you've got some sparkle here from my socks.
My socks, that's my favourite triangle shawl.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There's some different ones that I just like. That I kind of know where I was when I bought that as a done knits one.
I think that's the fun thing about any project that uses leftovers.
Yeah. So there's some bits hanging out of it. Obviously. When I wash it, it will stretch because it's crochet. So even though it's kind of short right now, it's gonna be
longer.
A bit longer. Yeah. Which is why also I did the knitted rib, so it will pull it in. Because that bit hopefully would stretch. But the rest, the crochet does stretch when it gets going.
So crochet stretches.
Yeah, quite a lot.
I don't think I don't have a huge amount of experience with like you do with crochet. Yeah.
When I put it on, Andrew goes, "That's the best one you've made." It's like all those.
That's a massive tick of approval.
I know, but I was thinking, I did all those colourwork jerseys. Well, the two that I've done. Yeah. I was like, and it took so much time, and my love note, and but he likes this one, the scrappy crochet one.
Do you think it's because crochet is like your go-to craft? Maybe it's just like it feels like you.
Maybe.
To him?
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Who knows but men think.
I don't know. It's strange.
They are.
But yes, I love the sleeves, and because of the needle size I use for the knitting, it's really oh look, I've done them opposite way around. You see? I've done one that way and one that way.
Ah, because it's a 2-1 rib, is it?
I did a 2-1, yeah.
Yeah.
A 2-1 rib. So.
Oh well.
The opposites.
That just makes it more fun.
And I don't even care.
No, I wouldn't take that out either. And what did you do on the around here?
I did.
That's a 1-1.
Yeah. 1-1.
Yep.
1-1. Yeah. So there you go. It's all different anyway.
What needle size is that?
That's a 2.75.
Oh, okay.
I'm a loose knitter.
You're a loose knitter, yeah.
I am a loose knitter.
Quite loose.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's really cool.
But yeah, I enjoyed it.
So what else have you finished?
That's it.
I thought you had loads. No, that's heaps.
Pretty big.
Yeah. No, that's really good. No, I'm really impressed that you finished that one.
I'm looking at my project page on Ravelry, and it's like there's only the top 2 lines of projects on them. Yeah.
Nice.
It's actually in 1.5 lines.
Oh.
And it's going to get less because I'm about to delete one that I frogged today.
You can just frog it. You don't have to delete it. You just
oh no,
frog.
No, I want to delete it.
Oh, okay. You don't want it to be.
No, because if you put frog on it, it still stays there somewhere. And I don't want to know about it anymore.
Okay. Right.
It's the that cell cow that I started with you know, the bright pink and the turquoisey colours and the colour work. Yeah, I fell out.
Happy?
Well, I did one section. I kind of fell out with it now.
Oh, that one with all the colour work.
Yeah.
It was so beautiful.
Yeah.
It was going to be very warm though.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be a present, but I didn't really like it. I wouldn't have finished it.
Yep.
I started with the hiss and the roar and did it, you know, full on. And then it went away, and it wasn't something I was going to pick up again. Ever.
Oh well.
Yeah. So today I was in, I had a couple of webinars.
Oh right, yeah.
So those got all balled up.
Oh no, well that's a good thing to do during webinar. I've been doing a bit of training at work as well, but I'm actually at work. Are you at work or
at home?
At home, yeah. So when I'm at work, I actually have one of those just the plain crochet squares that I showed you a while ago. I have one of those balls, and I crochet on that at lunchtime. But if I'm at my desk doing training, it's sort of a matter of who's in the office, because it's a huge open office. I actually just counted the number of people we have in our office is 20.
That's quite a lot.
It's a huge office. There's a lot of eyes, a lot of judgment. So and there's 3 females out of that. So not that I'm saying that they understand. They don't understand either necessarily, because they are not knitters either. So there were a couple that I did last week. I was training and there was like no one around, so I'm just like do my crochet. But yeah, I wish I could do more during training.
This is how it is. This is
it is. Yeah.
I've got a 2-day course this week, and it's an external person coming in, so I'm going to have to ask permission. Yeah. I'm hoping she'll be all right with it though. She seems the kind of person that would be okay. Okay. If it's, you know, if I explain it's how I will listen and concentrate. Yeah.
People find that hard to believe, hey?
Well, it's like people who doodle those, same kind of thing. But, you know, do something with your hands so that you can concentrate.
It's like people with fidget spinners.
Yeah.
So have you got something to knit on this week then?
I've got a few things.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, is it your turn yet?
Oh,
I've done a lot of talking.
Yeah. I'll talk about what
are
I'm
you wearing?
On. This is my lattice cap sleeve lattice top. It's a free pattern on the Pearl Soho blog. I knit it quite a while ago, and it's got this. I really love this lattice stitch. It's cool. Gorgeous, and it wasn't difficult at all.
Can I touch?
Yeah. It's a sport weight.
It looks like it's really nice.
It is really nice.
Got a bit of shine to it.
It's. I would have to look up what the yarn content is. Sorry, got too close to the camera. So yeah, it's just a simple shirt. Something I did do different with it is I did a split hem. This was, got to step back. This was back when split hems were all the rage. Yeah. And so the actual pattern has a hem all the way around, but I did the split hem with the longer at the back.
That's really nice.
Shorter at the front.
Very nice with your skirt.
Thank you. There you go. I have a matchy-matchy. Yeah. One matchy-matchy.
Same colours.
Yeah. It sort of does. I don't know whether it's too much blue.
Golds and...
Yeah. This fabric, it's got birdies. Here we go. I'm gonna, don't look, Jen. I'm just gonna, it's got birdies. It's really cute. It's just a spotlight lycra. And I bought like 3 meters of it, 4 meters, 5 meters. I don't know. I bought a lot of it, and I made myself this skirt, and I was like, what am I going to do with all this fabric? And I have a very skinny, fussy daughter. So she has sensory processing disorder. So she struggles with a lot of aspects of modern clothing. And something she loves is very long, flowy dresses. And I made her a nightie. Cool. And it's actually, this year it fits her. I made it last year. And this year it is at her ankles, but last year it was draping on the floor. But I was like, I'm going to use all this fabric, and I did. I actually went with a pattern that I use for like her day dresses, and just made it because I knew she would wear that pattern, and just made the skirt just free,
super long.
Yeah, just made it long, and she was there picking it up. I'm a princess, Mummy. So that's her princess nightie, and she just asked me last week, Mummy, can you make me some more princess nighties, because it's coming into winter. Oh, it's long sleeve too. It's a long sleeve nightie, and
I loved long nighties when I was a kid too.
Yeah.
So there's so much. It feels so nice to pick up your frock to go up the stairs.
To go up the stairs, to pick up your frock, to go up the stairs. There's a lot to be said for it.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a lot of really long skirts now. I'm a long skirt person, and having to pick up your skirt to go up the stairs is a thing.
It is. It's nice.
Yeah. So anyway, back to this. This is a cap sleeve lattice top, and yeah, very simple. It's a bit big. I was just thinking it's a bit baggy now. I did make it 2 size, but I have lost a little bit of weight since Christmas, and actually if I had it up here, it's quite, like I almost need to take a couple of inches out of it. But I would knit this again. So maybe I'll knit another one for next summer, because I love it. But yeah, sport weight, I would knit it fingering, I think, next time. And maybe with a cotton. Although then it would stretch. So maybe a cotton silk or something.
I haven't knitted with cotton.
I've done a bit of knitting with cotton. Yeah, but anyway, what am I working on? I'm nearly finished these. I started decreasing for the toe at knitting last night. So
cool.
See how I've done them separate? Now this is kind of sort of my own pattern. I think I cast on 48 stitches, and it's just a 2-2 rib all the way around, and the idea is that it's going to fit my 6-month-old nephew this winter, and hopefully all the way through to when he's 2 or 3, because it has no heel. It's just a tube sock. And I actually dug some old tube socks out that I'd knit for Scarlett, and I'm going to send them with it. And they're slightly bigger, but that's okay. They can put them away. And they are kind of pinky, but I don't think my brother and sister-in-law will care. They're they're very gender neutral people, in my opinion. But yeah, I did them opposite.
Yeah, they're cool.
And that's with the Regia Baby Smiles. The only thing is that this orange bit is actually, shorter than the purple bit. So it's kind of a little bit,
I don't think it matters.
whatever. They're funky and fun.
Yeah.
And I think any kid will love them.
Yeah.
He's started sitting up in the last month. And so I got some video footage last night of him sitting in, they don't have a bath. So they got like a really big trug, you know, those, so a trug is like a plastic, it's a silicone tub that you use. They used a lot in the garden.
Okay.
I use my trugs for dyeing and washing and stuff. Oh, I'll have to show you what a trug is. Anyway, he's sitting in a trug, sitting up with water, filled with water, and he's splashing, and yeah, it's so cute. Anyway, something else I've been working on.
You should be hanging out for the bubble.
Oh, last night's announcement was very disappointing.
Well, at least they're thinking about it again.
Yeah, we've had a lot of mixed messages. So I heard, you know, Australia pulled out of the bubble in February, and then now they're talking about it again. And then I heard another one, oh, it's going to be 2 weeks. And so last night's announcement was that our Prime Minister, Jacinda, will announce the travel bubble date in 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
So
well, that's good. It's progress.
It's progress.
Yeah.
I think it's upset a lot of people, that announcement, but I do know she was just constantly getting questions about it, so I totally get where she's coming from. Just don't bug me about it for 2 weeks.
It's coming.
It's coming, yeah. Actually, my little Pandora that I'm wearing has this. My husband gave me this for Christmas, and this is like he's said these are like Australia, New Zealand animals. Oh, yeah. And so I've got my kangaroo with a little Joey. Yeah. No, it doesn't have a Joey. And a hedgehog. I know that doesn't seem particularly Kiwi, but we don't have hedgehogs in Australia.
We do, but they're pests.
Yeah, well, you see them on the road all the time, and it's like horrifies me. Like, I've actually stopped for several hedgehogs on the ground because I wasn't sure what state they were in, and they were in the deceased state, which is sad. And a little alpaca. Look at the alpaca. Cool. I think he's actually a llama because they're more popular. But yeah. So I'm wearing my Australia, New Zealand animals. Alpaca's a bit trans-Tasman something.
Although the Surrey ones apparently are mostly from New Zealand because they said that on the chase last night.
That's the UK chase, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, something we actually did last November. We were in Melbourne on the Mornington Peninsula for our wedding anniversary. Jeremy took me to an alpaca farm. That's what he did for our anniversary. He took me to an alpaca farm, and they had both Suris and Wakayas. And yeah, so yeah, I think Wakaya is more common. But yeah, anyway, so what else are we working on?
We're very distracted today.
Oh, we are. We're very distracted. We're chatting about all sorts of things. Both of us are at the end of the workday and just a scrambled mess. Yeah. I'm glad I've already made dinner because I don't have to worry about that because it'd be takeaway. I've been working on, is that the right, I don't want to show you the dodgy side. Easter eggs. This is the Arne and Carlos. It's called A Dozen Eggs. So there's a dozen patterns that are all colour work.
This is kind of like the Christmas baubles.
It's exactly the same as the Christmas baubles. I bought the Christmas baubles one and I did one, which I just wasn't feeling it. And I actually think that if I had knit it on smaller needles, now from memory, actually, I can pull it out. I've got it right here. I've got a little folder with both the Christmas ones and the Dozen Eggs one. They recommended, so both of them were DK, all of them are DK, so the baubles and the eggs. Now, for the Christmas one, they said DK yarn with 3.5 mil. And to me, I was like, oh yeah, that's right. And I did it and it was actually very loose. Okay. So you could see the stuffing through, which luckily I did a white ball, a white based ball. And maybe that's what they were thinking because a lot of them are white based. Yeah. But I just wasn't super thrilled with it. Anyway, I just love Arne and Carlos and I've been really following them. I watch them every day through Christmas. Yeah. And they're just hilarious.
Yeah. Do you see they got given some gadgets recently? And they got a French knitting machine.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
So I had to order one.
Oh, have you got one? Did you just get it from Spotlight?
I just got it from
AliExpress.
China.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Like
I got
$5.
one from Spotlight because they're actually $40 at Spotlight, and I got it.
Mine was $7.
Yeah, but I got it on I needed it for my husband's jumper that had a 1 meter long I-cord.
Oh, yes.
And I got it with the 40% off voucher. So I was like, I'm not paying $40 for a piece of plastic that does something I can actually do. Yeah. But yes, he's been working on it
last night. It was good fun.
It is good fun, isn't it? My kids love it. And they go, we've got a 2-story house and they take it up to the 2nd story and they let it hang down and they do it and then it's my turn and then so anyway, coming back to the Dozen Eggs. I've done 2. I only have 1 to show.
You're going to say what size needles?
Oh, so
that's why you were doing it.
So the Christmas ones were 3.5 mil. These ones are recommended 2.5 mil. Okay. And I'm a really tight knitter, so I went up to 2.75. And for the first egg, that was okay because one of my yarns was actually a sport weight yarn, and it looked okay. It wasn't. It was good. It looked really good. I'll tell you about why I don't have it in a moment. But the second one, I used all DK and it was too tight.
Right.
So my next one, because I'm not giving up, and I feel like I've got nothing to do right now because I'm waiting for the next sock to drop. I'm going to do 3mm. So watch this space. But it's my tension's beautiful. It just it wasn't enjoyable, especially towards the end. But yeah, no, I'm really, really happy with it. And look, anytime, if you're wanting to dive into a little bit of colour work, this is a fantastic way to do it. And if you've never used DPNs, maybe don't try both at once. Don't try to do DPNs for the first time and colour work for the first time. Maybe you could do your first one plain.
Okay, yeah.
With the DPNs to get used to using the DPNs.
I don't think I could use DPNs in colour work. I'm not very good with DPNs.
Well,
that's why I don't use them for my socks.
You've got these, don't you? You've got these new ones.
Yes, I've got some new ones.
Oh, well, before we dive into that, I just want to tell you my sad story about my first one. So the first pattern, I'm just going to quickly flash this so I don't give the secret sauce away, but it's a cute little chicken. And I did it Friday night and I took it along to Saturday morning knitting and I haven't seen it since. Yeah, so I thought I grabbed it, but then it was at a garden centre and I actually did buy 3 roses that day.
I might have gone home with some kid then, that would be nice. Yeah.
So I'm telling myself that it went home with a kid that really loved it and found it on a boring trip to the garden centre with with mum on the weekend. And
it was like a
and it made their weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So random act of kindness.
Yeah. And you can do it again.
I'll do it. I will because I love chickens.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Oh, and sorry, before we move on, I want to show you what I'm knitting them out of. This is something that's been in my stash for ages. It was actually a gift I got from someone in America. I did a yarn swap. It's the coolest thing ever.
That's cool.
It's pickled pure wool rowan and it's a jar of yarn.
That's so cool.
Isn't that the best thing ever?
It is.
So when I finish this, this is like the perfect thing for a gift, like for a project like this.
Yeah.
When I finish this, I'm going to fill it with little scraps of fingering and gift it to someone. That's because I think it's just the coolest thing.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
But show me your alternative to DPNs.
Well, I saw on Craft House Magic podcast, and I think I talked about it, that I don't have these orders. These, some higher flyers. Sorry, higher flyers. They're 3 like this. And I started my little socks, and yeah, it's just like you knit on one and you leave it the same as you do with DPNs.
I think I would enjoy them.
Yeah, I quite like it. They were fiddly to start off with. I'm doing just some Rose City rollers here, so they were a bit fiddly to start with, but once I got going, what I'm liking is different from, because I normally do magic loop, or I do my little short round.
The shorties, yeah, I can't stand them.
Yeah, so I've got the higher one of that too, which is quite good for just plain. But what I like about these rather than magic loop is I'm getting no ladder at all.
Yeah.
So no ladder.
Yeah. And that's what I like about DPNs.
So I always get a ladder with DPNs.
Oh, do you?
Always.
Oh,
yeah.
I always get a ladder when I magic loop.
Oh, no, I get a ladder no matter what. This is my first non-ladder. So I'm very much enjoying them. The only thing I'm not liking is it's only 1 at a time, and I'm used to 2 at a time with socks. But,
yes, you do 2 at a time. Yeah.
Because you don't like to do 2 and then it's done, but that's fine. Yeah.
Well, they're only shorties. It's a good one to start
That's right,
on.
yeah. So I'm just using some zigzag yarn that I got from England somewhere.
It's knitting up beautiful.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah.
I just wanted some for underneath my sneakers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I've got little shorty
and
ones.
you did a gusset.
So
I'm
following,
flap and gusset.
Following the Rose City Rollers pattern, which is a heel flap and gusset. And it's a slip stitch heel thing, flap. It went really fast. I tell you, the whole
I
thing.
love that. That
went
slip
so
stitch
fast.
is my favourite here of Flabbergasted.
I think I cast these on maybe on Saturday or Sunday.
Yep.
Sunday maybe. It's Tuesday today.
That's super fast.
Yeah. So I'm enjoying them.
Oh, that's good. And that'll be what you knit on this week, maybe?
No.
No.
I've started on. This is Amber O'Brien's fault. What she called it? The Sweet Little Scarflet. So Amber O'Brien is updating all of her
I
patterns.
noticed that.
This one is a freebie.
Ah. Oh, looks like a sock.
Does look like a sock.
Oh no, you've dropped stitches.
Right. Easy pick up.
Have you got pointy things that you put on the end of your points?
I don't know. Got some little wiry
Oh, I've got
things.
some right here.
That's right. Doesn't matter. It's like it's easy. See, got them. So the Sweet Little Scarflet, just because I knit inside out, I'll just have to pop that the right way around. Oh.
You put them on your ends. Point protectors, that's what they're called. These little, and you put them on the end of your needles so that you don't lose the end.
Yeah.
That's right.
This is quite fat needle, so I don't remember what number I'm making. Just right. Sweet Little Scarflet. It's just round. It's got a pointy end. A pointy end.
That is a sweet little scarflet.
Yeah, and it's like goes probably twice as long as that. So goes round, and then you can like tie it or whatever. So I'm using some of my Prosper yarn.
I was going to say it looks like Prosper yarn.
Yep. I've forgotten the name. Something Butte maybe. Or Butte is the kind it is. Somebody's Garden.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful one.
That's the one that the brushstrokes hat was knitted out of. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's one that I've been wanting to make something out of for quite a while. And this is quite nice because it sits really close and it's very soft. So.
It is really soft. It's a single ply. That's why it's so soft.
Well, there you go. That's my I can sit and knit.
Yeah.
Hopefully tomorrow one.
Yeah.
Saying that, I did today, and it's kind of, can't really show you because it's kind of embarrassing because there's nothing to show you. But I did cast something on 3 times.
Oh.
Today.
Why 3 times?
I don't like the colours.
Oh.
And I'm going to do just a roundy cowl. Yeah. So it's just round.
Will that be a tube?
It's going to be a tube, like a tube around, yeah.
Yeah.
So I just did 120 stitches, 2.75 needles.
Nice. And what's the yarn?
The yarn is something about fishes, and it's something like...
Looks like Finding Nemo. That's what
it's I can't remember. I know I bought it because of the name, and it's something like fish hits face.
Oh, fish slaps face. It reminds me of Finding Nemo with the orange, and that's like Nemo and Dory. Yeah.
So it's a stitch punk.
But
one.
I have kids, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so stitch punk.
Oh, she has the best names ever.
Yeah, so it's one of her ones, and I thought I would kind of put occasional stripes in with this one, which is really similar but different. And this one is a merino bamboo from Miro yarn.
Miro.
Called Lobster Bisque.
So it's your fish cow.
It's the fish cow. It's seafood.
The seafood cow. Do you eat seafood?
Very, very occasionally. Okay. But not very often.
Okay.
I don't like fishy things.
Okay, so that's not a no in your...
No. I do, I'm an occasional pescatarian.
Pescatarian, that's what it is. Yeah.
Anyway, so that's what I started today. But as I said, I did cast it on 3 times.
Why?
Because I did different yarns. I wasn't happy with my yarn.
Okay, yeah.
So I first did it with the turquoisey pinky one that I just unpicked. Then I tried another one which was like a turquoise, which was a really beautiful colour, except the yarn was really tightly spun, you know, like the really...
really twisty.
Yeah, and I thought it'd give a great drape, but that's the wrong kind of thing for what I was making. That's more of a shawl or a scarf or something lacy.
Or something with cables or something to make it stand up.
Stand out, So yes, this was my third go, and this is one I'm most happy with.
And it's just going to be knit around.
So it's just going to knit around. I'm thinking every so often I put a stripe in, and then I might do 2, 3, 4, 5 stripes, and then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Who knows? I'll just make it up as I go along.
You could even do a bit of patterning if you get really bored.
Oh, yeah. But that's quite a nice knitted round and round one. Because I've got my watching TV project at the moment is I'm doing mitered square blanket.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I've got my mitered square blanket is this big.
Nice.
So it's not very big. So I'm trying to do an hour, kind of mix it up. Or this is the one that goes to work. So this is probably the one that goes to work.
Yeah.
That's a good work. This is my wake up one. So my socks might be my in the morning wake up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have time in the morning to knit?
Oh, I wake up at 4:35.
Oh really?
I don't sleep very much.
Oh.
And then I've got my watching TV, basket by the
People talk about knitting in bed in the morning, and that's a really foreign concept to me because I like to sleep as long as humanly possible. And like if I wake up and I've got time to go back to sleep, I go back to sleep. I don't sit up and do something.
I can't. Once I'm awake, that's it. If I try and go back to
My
sleep, I'm
husband's
still
like that too.
Yeah.
And my son. So,
wake up, get up, go.
Yeah.
Oh, wake up and knit.
Yeah. Do something.
Yeah. I catch up on my podcast. I catch up on my TV knitting and that sort of stuff. Yeah. Sort of thing. Anyway, that's all my bits.
Well, I have one more thing to share. I'm not going to share this. Sorry, I'm knitting on the
Your fade.
Find Your Fade, but I've done so little that it's not even worth sharing.
Sounds like the ones.
But the other thing I'm going to share is I've actually done a teeny bit of spinning. So I've done one bobbin.
That's pretty.
It's really, really pretty. It's not my normal colours. It's very subdued, but it's also quite like jewel colours too. So I quite like that, especially the pink and the turquoise. And that is a hedgehog fibre club colourway from her fibre clubs. Yeah, so it's just gorgeous. But I remember I brought it along a Monday night to spinning, and when I didn't have anything to spin, and I was like, I wonder what this is going to be like to spin, and I sort of brought it along to ask how to spin it, and I started spinning it, and that's what I'm spinning now. But yeah, it's got camel in it, and the camel, like I can't actually pick some out, but as I'm spinning it, the camel is just like coming out. It's just not, it's only, sort of 2 inches long, and it's just, I'm spinning it worsted, like a proper worsted, and, oh, there's one.
Oh, I see it.
See that's actually a really long one, but you're not going to be able to see that. It's really fun. Oh, actually you can, but it's this camel mixed with, it's got silk and alpaca and 18.5 micron merino. So this mix, the colours are gorgeous, the mix is gorgeous, it's really easy to spin, but the camel is just too thick compared to everything else, so it just keeps coming out. And I'm glad I'm knitting it worsted with, spinning it worsted with quite a lot of twist on it, because otherwise the camel bits that aren't coming out will come out when I knit it. So I must remember not to crochet this, because
it'll untwist it.
It will completely just, everything will fall apart. And yeah, so enjoying the process, not enjoying the product so much.
But it looks pretty. It's
pretty, and it's on my wheel, so that's on my little traveller, so which is not a traveller, it's a Cole, which is someone in New Zealand that made, it's like 1968 or something, and I picked it up for $50 secondhand at Woolfest. Yeah. Not last year, the year before, my first Woolfest. And yeah, it has one ratio. So it does one thing.
That's all you
which
needed
is
to do.
Fine, because I literally bought it just to take along on a Monday night when I go spinning, or when I go to a spin-in. And I'm actually going to the Majorcraft camp.
Oh, you're coming down that way.
Yeah, in 2 weekends.
Cool.
So we might be able to catch up then.
That'd be nice.
I'm travelling down with Sue. You know Sue? Yeah. And I've made the decision that I'm going to take my Ashford traditional, which is not something that I normally take out of the house because it's too big.
Yeah.
But I ran it by Sue because she's driving, and I'm like, will my traddy fit? And she's like, yeah, plenty of room. We're taking a big car. Okay, good. Because I recently purchased for my traditional, I got a jumbo flyer.
Oh yeah.
So that means I have 6 ratios on that wheel now, which makes it a really, really versatile wheel. So that's exciting.
That's really exciting.
Yeah. I thought if I took my little traveller, I'm not going to get the most out of the weekend. Like, I would end up borrowing someone's wheel and then they'll miss out. And Sue's so kind-hearted, she would volunteer hers. And and I don't want her to miss out. So I'll just lug my big thing down there and set it up for the weekend, and I won't move it. Yeah.
Cool.
So
Nice. I'll have to see you. That'd be cool.
Yeah. We're going down on the Friday, so I'm sure we can catch up.
Yeah. Because
I don't think it starts till the afternoon, and both of us have taken the day off work, so we might come via Taronga.
Yeah. Come for lunch on the way.
That sounds really nice. Yeah. And this weekend we're going to Wellington. We're going on the train.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Oh, my sister did that just recently. Came back from Wellington.
I'm coming back. I've heard that it's better to go down because you get to go down the Rimu spiral then versus going up. Apparently it's more spectacular. The Rimu spiral is something I'm particularly interested in from my engineering background. It's like a masterpiece of engineering apparently. And it's this spiral part of the track where you can actually see the other end of the train at the same so I'm really excited about that. So we're going down on my husband's birthday on Saturday, so he'll get to have cake on a train for his birthday. He's not into trains or anything, it's just like opportunistic. And then we'll stay with my aunt and uncle for 2 nights and fly back.
Wear a mask the whole way.
We are going to have to wear a mask all the way down and all the way back.
Apart from when you're eating.
Yes.
My sister said, just make sure you eat lots.
Yeah, and being the 4 of us, so it's myself and the 2 kids, we'll be a bubble.
Oh yeah.
And I'm hoping that maybe when we're in our little bubble, like we're going to take board games and stuff to play on. You know, if we're playing a board game in our bubble on a table, surely, I don't know. But we've got handmade ones.
If you come from Auckland though, so...
Yeah, I know, us Aucklanders. I'll say I'm from Australia, I'm not from Auckland.
Oh, that's just as bad.
Well, yeah, actually, don't mention the war at the moment, right? I'm quite embarrassed by some of our politicians at the moment. Yeah. But what are you up to this weekend then? Are you? Have you got much on coming up?
No, this is a nice resting weekend.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, so I get home on Thursday quite late. So just like Friday work and then weekend of rest. And of course I haven't been away for a couple of weeks. So it'll be, well, away, like over the hill.
Home. Yeah. Oh, actually, the camp is in 3 weeks because Easter's between this weekend and
it is.
So
I've got some purchases arriving. I've ordered some man-made fibre, his Pride minis set.
Oh, awesome!
Yeah, so that'll be quite cool. Yeah, and some yarn from Kiwi Yarner because I'm going to do another cowl. I'm into these cowls at the moment. I'm going to stripe his minis in the cowl.
Oh, lovely!
Like there's that lady who does it on the podcast. The English lady who does the dyeing. and I can't remember her name now.
Oh,
Who
Dye
lives in
Candy?
Scotland. No.
Okay.
She's from the south, but then she moved to Scotland.
Oh, I'm not
Young
sure.
lady.
Not sure then.
Her anyway. She has a free pattern.
Oh.
And it's just stripes, and she just tells you how to put your minis into.
Oh, nice.
Into this really cool.
So it's basically a sequence that she gives you. Yeah.
Just round and round and round.
I'm trying to see if I've got something like that here. That is actually, it's actually a self-striping, but it's the same sort of idea, and I just made this pattern up. This is, when I was living in Brisbane, newsflash, Brisbane doesn't get cold. We have like a week of winter, like I'm over-exaggerating when I say we have a week. But this is the sort of thing that you can do with minis. This was already striped. But
I did a scarf in the similar pattern.
Yeah.
And I did my minis as well.
Yeah.
But every other row I did the mini, and then I had an orange background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is actually like super wearable, like all year round.
Oh yeah.
Just when you need just a little something, because it's fingering weight and it's only this wide.
Yeah.
But it's, I don't know, I like it better than a scarf. I'm really not into scarves at all.
Well, I don't know where I made it. I don't think I'll wear it, but it's in my to give away.
Oh, well, that's fine.
Yeah.
I think non-knitters like scarves. I know that's like a really
generic
knitting. Yeah, I don't know, because scarves are really boring as a knitter, don't you think?
Yes.
Yeah.
And and it took a lot to make it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't know why cows can't be as boring, but I think it's because it's going round and
round.
And then they'll join together.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
So it's a bit more different.
I was not very adventurous when I did this one. And this was a work while I'm knitting, while I was at work. And I used to operate a machine called an OES, an optical emission spectrometer. And every test took, I want to say something like 35 seconds. And so I had 35 seconds, which is actually a really awkward amount of time. It's long enough that you get bored, but short enough that you can't like pick up a book and read. So I was like,
you could do a couple of
I was
stitches.
doing a few stitches, and I got most of this knit at work. It needs to be block day. It's really, I'll add that to the blocking pile.
Cool. Right. I think I'm done. Are you done?
Yeah, I think I'm done.
I feel like I've talked for ages.
I'll just look at my pile. I did have one thing that I was wanting to get some advice on. I've got this beautiful set here. I'm not going to pull it out. This is from Yeah Yarn? Yeah Yarn. Yeah. And I got this set. And I actually bought, I thought I could knit a jumper with these. And I bought some black, because it's got speckles of black in it. But I think that will make it look like a licorice all sort. So
I like licorice all sorts.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not happy with that idea now. And I'm thinking about maybe a fade. But I'm also thinking that I like this colour against my face more than this colour. But is it weird to have a fade starting with purple and going down? I feel like it should be light to dark.
Why?
I don't know. I just...
These
it's
are
like
constraints you're putting on yourself.
I'm putting the constraints on myself. And so, I don't know.
You want the purple at the top, go for the purple at the top.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll look weird. And because I don't pull things out. I don't know. So, please give me ideas.
Why don't you just do a little swatchy thing? You don't have to break any of the yarn, just do a little swatchy thing and see what you think of the fade. Yeah. I'd go with the stripes personally. Yeah. Yeah, I think actually stripes would be brilliant.
There is one by Alpha Knits that's got like it's got like little stripes on one side and fat stripes on the other. And across the back it's got like it starts on one side and it actually kind of branches out.
Oh yes, I've seen that one.
Yeah. that might be the
That'd
way
be quite
to
cool.
break it up a bit. But then I'm like, I like to get value out of something like this. I'm like, I should just use that so that I can knit. That's like a whole sweater's worth. I don't know.
Do you, and then if you're worried about the purple and how it would look, I would do a little swatchy thing. Do a little few stitches of each. And
You know what? I could just do a swatch on my knitting machine.
Yeah.
And then I wouldn't feel bad pulling it out because it hasn't taken all
Any
my
time.
life.
Yeah.
That might be the thing to do. All right, good chat. We have a giveaway.
Oh, yes, giveaways. Oh my God.
I just remembered. So we've gotten to the end of our
Kiwi Summer Cow.
thank you Kiwi Summer Cacao knit and crochet along, and which I kind of joined halfway through. Hey,
Yeah, you don't get a prize.
no, dang it. No, that's okay.
So we've got some people that were very good at putting on Instagram what they were making. So I can't read my writing. I know it's Raylene. Oh, Crafty Kiwi, 1956. Caprice 115 did 2 things. 8 was just A Jane on Ravelry as well. And Nana Jen.
Who's Jen?
Jen. Yeah. So we've got
3 people.
Three people.
And
we've
3
got
prizes.
3 prizes. So Raylene is very, very kindly offered to send us a project bag.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So, and it's coming from England. So it's going to be, it might take a while to get here. I've also got here that Amuri. So that yarn that I said I wouldn't use, that's got the possum in it. So these 2 aren't the same colour, I don't think. They're different batches.
Oh, that'd be fine if you striped them.
And I've got this one as well.
They're actually close enough that I don't think the batch would make a difference.
So
but don't do blocks.
Are a New Zealand merino, 75% merino and 25% possum 4-ply. There is 240 meters, 262 yards for each one.
So they're like a sport weight or?
4-ply.
Oh, they're a full weight. Oh, they only have 50 grams.
Yeah, 50 grams.
Oh yeah, I picked it up and I felt the weight.
They're 50 grams.
Yeah, you could actually make this top with that.
Oh, there you go.
You could 100% because this is a sport weight. You could, oh, look at that.
But it's
There's
got
inspiration.
possum in it,
You
which
don't
is
have
quite
to do
warm.
that.
Yes. Anyway, so we've got those. So we've got a bag, and Carly's going to give us some
A pattern, yeah, a pattern or 2 depending on what patterns you want.
New
But
Zealand.
they have to be New Zealand designers.
Yes.
And I've said a pattern or 2 because if you pick something from Truly Myrtle, her patterns are like $15 now, so that's going to be 1 pattern.
Yeah.
But if you pick some cheaper ones, you can have 2.
Yeah.
So maybe I put a dollar limit on it, $20. So through Ravelry, if you're not on Ravelry because of access issues, we can work something out. But what we thought we'd do is there's 3 of you, 3 prizes. And just
Let us know if you've got a preference.
yeah. Otherwise, you get what you get.
Yeah. Otherwise, we'll choose.
Yeah, we'll just choose. Yeah. What I say to my kids, you get what you get, and you don't get upset.
But if you do have a preference, let us know. Yeah. And either comments below, send us a message on Instagram or Ravelry or whatever. Yeah. Cool. Oh, good. That was a good save.
Yeah.
I've been meaning to do that for a little while.
Yeah. So do we want to launch into a new cowl, or will we think about that?
Let's think about that.
Okay.
And maybe we'll do that in a fortnight. I know there's quite a lot of things going on that people are doing at the moment. So,
I mean, it's Easter
Yeah.
in like less than 2 weeks. I can't believe
Yeah.
how quickly that's come up. And we're still not able to go home.
We're not thinking about that either.
Okay, we're not thinking about it.
So in a couple of weeks, over the next 2 weeks, we'll have a think about it and see what ideas we have.
Yep. Yeah. And we've got the spin-in in 2 weeks as well. That's on Easter Sunday. I'm not sure if you're able to make it.
I'm not hoping to.
Yeah, that'd be good. Maybe we can record there.
Yeah, that'll be good.
That sounds good. Awesome.
Okay, and now are we done?
I think we're done. Oh, we've gone over our limit.
No, it's been a marathon today.
Anyone who made it to the end, kudos. Yeah.
Okay, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks. I'm hoping to, I don't know when this will go, maybe Wednesday or Thursday by the time I do whatever I need to do. A new phone, I have no idea what to do with it.
You'll figure it out.
Yeah.
You're a clever job.
We'll see. Okay, kaki day till next time.
See you later.